Hello bookworms! So today I come to you with a very late but very much needed September wrap-up. Last month was pretty hectic. This month, October. I mean September too, but October was very busy and there was a lot. Actually, I'll put the link below, but I did a lot of editing for the podcast that I do with my friend. So that took a lot of hours, and then the recording and all of that. So that was really fun, but yes, it took up a lot of my time. And then life was happening. And yes, overall, have been too busy to actually sit down and talk to you about the books that I read in September. Like, just to film it. I didn't find a moment until now to do it. We're like at the end of October. It's like really, really late. But I thought I still would. I'll try to do it like short and sweet. I think I'll combine like last month, the wrap up and the book haul, because why not? Although this time I read a lot more books. I read 6 books, which again, I think it's closer to my usual average. I feel like I'm slowly, but very slowly getting back into my usual rhythm. Although I say that and I feel like realistically, probably now because of my side projects, because I want to do this more, because I go out more, I feel like maybe I'm gonna have to accept that I have a new average that's lower than what I used to read, which is fine in a sense. I think it's okay as long as I read and enjoy what I'm reading. I think that's what's important. For example, like this month, maybe I'm going too far, but this month I did have a slightly bit of a reading slump because the book I was reading and I was forcing myself to read was so slow. Like it's a short book, but it was paced so extremely slow, and I kept wanting to find like what was the point. Like, I get the point of the book now that I finished it, but it's not, I don't know that it was worth it to be that slow in such a short book. I feel like you might as well have done a short story or something. I don't know. Anyways, it put me a little bit of a slump. Another book that I tried to read for a book club did not work for me. I'm actually going to the book club today, so I'm excited about that, to like rant about it. But yes, it just so didn't work for me, and I really gave it a try. So that was a few reading nights that I just committed to the wrong book. But anyways, so yes, that's just, things happen. I try to focus on books that I really, really love or that I know will love. And yes, try to like read a little bit more, because the doom scrolling has been taking a little bit of my time too, if I'm completely honest. First coffee of the morning. So yes, let me start with the books that I read in September, and then I'll get to the haul. So the first book that I read was Forest of Noise by let me get this right. Musab Abu Toa, which is a poetry book, and this is basically poems about living in Gaza. So this is a Palestinian author. And I have to say, again, if you've seen enough of my videos, you know that poetry in me sometimes is just not working. And this is one of the rare few times, because I've had them in the past. Like I think I own one of or two of the few poetry collections I actually really enjoyed. So I keep trying because I know out there's some that I connect with. This is one of them. I'm really sad that I don't own it because I took it at the library. And I feel like I need to give you a quote, like at least one, because the way it worked for me, and I feel like it'll give you a sense of where do you want to pick it up or not. Because I have to say, it's not a happy-go-lucky one. It's definitely harsh, but also I feel like it's a reality we need to know from that point of view. The last book from Ta-Nehisi Coates kind of mentioned that about media being written by the people from there, and I think it kind of what clicked for me, that I should actually make more effort to read Palestinian authors so they can give me their point of view. And especially for books, you know, it's not just like social media, which I do on that. I feel like it's an easier access for me. So I do follow or at least get news or actual information from their point of view. But I really don't do it a lot in literature, and not because I don't want to, it's just I don't feel like I reach for it as much as I could and as much as I should. So anyways, let me give you a quote. At 5th grade, I visit the school library. On a wall by the door, a poster claims, "If you read books, you live more than one life." Now I'm 30, and whenever I look at faces around me, old or young. On each forehead I read, if you live in Gaza, you die several times. Guys, stop. Did I tear up while reading some of the poems? Yes, absolutely. It happened. I'm very, very fragile, so yes. I just think there's a lot of people pushing for those books by saying you should read or they're out there, and not enough people actually reading them and saying yes, they're like yes, you should actually read them. Like, yes, read them. Actually do it. Don't just say that they exist. Don't just say that they're out there. Take a moment to actually read them, because I feel like it just hits you in a very different way, in a very more meaningful way. So anyways, we're doing this short and sweet. The next one that I read was Mayfly by C.J. C.J. Lead. Yes, I knew it was something simple. Okay, so that one, oh, but I didn't say, I'm sorry, Forest of Noise, 5 stars. That's just, I want to put out there. Anyways, I'll have added the stars, but yes, 5 star for me. Mayfly, 3.25 star for me. So it's definitely for the weird girls. I'm gonna say it right away. It's disturbing in very different ways, but also it's very interesting because she's like very calculated of a main character, and she's like very dark, and like what happens is really dark, and it's this like, I like this kind of darkish point of view of like LA, and like, anyways, they don't mention it, but like the kingdom with the mouse kind of thing. So you know, you kind of know where she works. And it's a very interesting take. It's a very interesting point of view, but it's just so weird. If you've read it, the egg storyline was so weird and unnecessary. I mean, I feel like there's other ways that the things could have developed without that egg scene. It's just because of those scenes, and because of some scenes, I honestly don't know who I would recommend this book to. Because see, 3.25, I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. I respect what it did. I like this layered character, that she was very dark, very like set it in her plan, and that she had very like, I don't know, it was also dark and calculated, and I love that. And especially because you see moments of vulnerability from her, and like the one person that, like, you know, she has this link with, which is her grandmother, and like how you kind of see it takes up, I feel like, a big chunk of the book. It's also like how they met up, how they grew into this relationship they have, and now what's happening with her grandmother being sick. And so it just, and like, of course she feels like almost at a loss because this is her only family. So anyways, the mixture of all of this is so weird that I have no idea who to recommend this book. Go at it with caution. If there's some scenes that are too disturbing for you, I would say maybe skip a few pages, or like the page, or I don't know. I really don't know. Because there are, even for me, that like weird stuff, you know, like I read Lapnova, you know, like this is, some moments were like, why am I reading this? Like, why are we doing this? So yes, it's a special book. But yeah, I think that's the only book that I actually own. Like, I bought the ebook because it was, I don't know, like $2 or something. It was on sale, so I got the ebook for that one. It was the only book that I actually owned. All the other books that I've read last month were from the library. But yes, that one is weird. I don't know. Anyways, let's move on. The next one that I read is Real Ones by Katharina Vermette. And that one I gave a 4-star, and it was a good book, actually. I really liked it. I listened to this one on audiobook, which I don't do anymore. I feel like that also plays with how many books I've read, because I don't do as much audiobook as I used to. I really got back into music again. Like, I'm listening to new albums, and like I'm looking for new albums, and I don't know. I'm going to like a phase right now, which is taking some of my usual audiobook time. Anyways, that's parenthèse. And I really like this one because I don't think it's a story or anything that I've ever heard about before. Basically, you follow this family where the mother, the kids, the daughters, the sisters, sorry, I didn't know which one to take. The sisters are Métis, so their dad is an indigenous man, and then their mother is French Canadian. I want to say it, I wasn't really clear on that, but I think she is. And then there's what really starts up the story is that the mom kind of pretends to be indigenous, or at least kind of like says it without saying it, so it's very implied, and at some point she actually full on says it. So yeah, she's, you know, but yes, so she pretends that, and then there's someone who kind of opens up this Pandora box of saying, well, she isn't, like, she's just lying about her identity, like she's not indigenous. And then of course it started up this whole thing, like the sisters are adults now, but they're kind of like, of course, brought into this scandal, and like journalists are calling them, people are calling them, because the mother is like a known enough artist. So yeah, there's a whole scandal of that, and how their sister are handling it, and the way they're handling it, you also dive deeper into the relationship they have each other with their mom and with the dad, and what had happened in this family dynamic when they were younger, which is the parents separated. The mom seemed a little bit off, you know, off the handles, and they kind of separated the sisters. So one left with the dad, the other one stayed with the mom, and it was something to read. So I feel like there's two layers of it. There's like the family dynamic, which was super interesting. I really love reading about sisters and brothers and like those kind of things. To me, that's like a theme that I've cherished a lot. And I think it's interesting because everyone has such different family dynamics. And these are ones where it was such a difficult childhood and such a different like way of growing up, separated, but they kind of met up, but then again separated, and that it's kind of a strained relationship, but also they kind of have their own thing, you know, they have their dynamics, they still know each other, you know. And so at the same time, you kind of handled the scandal, so conversations with the mom, conversation between family members, conversation with the public, and like, you know, it's social media, so like what does social media say about that? And it was really interesting. I liked it. I thought it was a really fun thing to explore, because apparently it's done more than one would think. And I don't know why I'm surprised. I feel like, of course, let white people like take on identities just when it's convenient for them, truly. I feel like it's just like, yes, they really take whatever they want, what's convenient for them. So I shouldn't be surprised. I was, but I shouldn't be. And it was really interesting. I really liked this point of view, and it was so and the mom was so infuriating. Like, I'm like, there are people like that out there. Like, I just know, I read her and I'm like, I know who she's talking about. I know who the author is talking about, and it boils your blood even more, because you're like, they exist. And I would really recommend this author. I've only read 2 books so far, but I really enjoy them, and I have a third one that I own that I really need to read. I couldn't tell you where it is because I still need to reorganize my shelves. But yes, I really like her. If you're looking for an indigenous author, check her out. Okay, the next one is Foster by Claire Keegan. That one I gave a 4.25. Yes, I'm getting very specific with my ratings. Because Claire Keegan is an author that this is my second book also of her. Is it? Or my third? No, I think it's my second. Because the other one that I read was Small Things Like This, which I think was adapted, and I really want to see. I don't know if it was, I think it's a movie. I don't think it's a TV show. But yes, I really want to see it, because I really like that one too. And yes, so this one, Foster, it's the tiniest slice of life. It's nothing. It's like, not nothing. That was not in the pejorative way, not in a mean way, but I mean, it's the smallest book, and it's just so, like, I don't know how she, in such a small amount of pages, gets to like create this little bubble of a world that you already feel like inside, and it's always kind of cozy but kind of dramatic. And in this case, you follow the book is written through the point of view of this little girl who's like, the mom is expecting, they have a bunch of kids, and so they kind of give her away for a few months, and asking, I don't know if it's, oh, I forget what's the relationship with the other adults. They're like close but not too close kind of thing, but I feel like it's family related somehow. So they bring the little girl to that family, but they never really explain it to the girl. So because you're reading it from the point of view of that little girl, she's kind of confused. Sorry, I got cut off, so I really don't know where I was in my review. But all I have to say, so yes, you read from her point of view, and it's very interesting. She's not that young. I want to say she's like 8 or 10 or something. So she has kind of an awareness of what's happening, but not an exact explanation from the adults, because, right, like, why would an adult explain to like an 8 or 10-year-old what's really happening, which is like, we cannot afford food for that many kids. Somehow we decided to have another one, and so we need to give you away for a few. So it's just And the adults where she's staying over are like more, I want to say richer, but like kind of more comfortable. But yes, so she stays with them, and just she has kind of like a glimpse of this lifestyle that she knew nothing about, kind of like the way they act. They're still like hard workers. Like, this isn't that's why I don't want to say rich, because they still like do their things. They're hardworking, but it is a couple that doesn't have kids already right away. Like, all the funds, are just for them. And for the little luxuries of like having food on their table, like I don't know, baking lots of things, buying produce that maybe is a little bit more expensive that time of year. She kind of you learn a little bit more about this family and this family but again, it's so short, and just the way she finds a way for me to like care so much about this thing. I mean, I cared right away. Like page 2, I was like, oh my god, you're giving her away to a family. I was like so scared for her, and I was like, oh my god, that poor little girl, she doesn't really know exactly why. And I just right away I cared for that little girl. Like, it really took me 2 pages. But you also like you get like a funness for her, because you see her try to understand what's happening, and you see her try to understand what the adults are saying. You understand the layering, the reading between the lines right away. And it's not that she doesn't get it ever, because she does, because she's not dumb. But also it's sweet to see her figure it out, and some of the things, and it's sad sometimes the things she figures out, and it's just, she obviously gets super attached to them, and it's a beautiful little short story. And I really like her writing. Like, I need to read Claire Keegan's like maybe longer work. So far the 2 ones that I read were like shorts, so, and I just love them so much. But I really wonder if it's gonna work for me on her like longer format. I don't know why it wouldn't. Like, I really, really love her writing style, so I think it would work for me. But anyways, that was Foster. Next one that I read was The Princess Kills Monster by Rai Herman, and that one I read through audiobook also. And I just needed I don't remember what I was in the middle of. I guess I was maybe in the middle of, no, it wasn't even real ones. I don't know. I was in the middle of like a couple of books that were slightly of a darker tone, which is most of my reading, to be honest. But I just needed a quick, fun audiobook where I can just, I don't know, like do something else at the same time, and like not lose track of it because it's so action packed, or that would like bring me back in because it's action packed and funny. And so I tried this one, and it delivered. Honestly, it did its job. I gave it a 4-star. It was so entertaining. I might even continue it, because from what I gather, it's the first book of many, and it's basically a fairy tale retelling of a Grimm Brothers story. I don't know which one it is. 12 Dancers? I'm not remember which one it was. I didn't know it, by the way, like the fairy tale retelling was trying to do. I didn't know it, but I loved the self-awareness of fairy tale tropes, and it was so fun because the main character comes from kind of a fairy tale kingdom thing, and so it's very like, oh, of course I need to do like a quest to get this crown that is like underwater, and then I might die with it, and then I need this special shield that would do I don't know, that would help me go through this one challenge to get to the crown, and I need to get, is this, and she says it so sarcastically and so like, oh, like, of course that's what I need to do. And I love that voice. It was so funny to me. And I love the self-awareness of it, kind of like a scary movie where they're like, no, they're in a scary, like they follow the tropes and they tell you they're following the tropes. Loved it. It was so funny. And it's just, I feel like there was a moment for me that was getting a little too muddled and a little too long and confused, and I was like, okay, now I'm not having fun anymore. Like, I just need this to move on, because I didn't feel like it was que ça apportait rien. I don't know that it was adding anything to the story. I don't know, there was something about it that I was like, I don't know why I don't know why it felt so long. Maybe in retrospect it wasn't that big of a like chapter. It felt like few chapters, and it was like it could have been condensed. But anyways, except that, because it's still a 4-star, except that part, honestly, it was just so entertaining. It was so entertaining. The side characters were so funny, and the way it starts, you kind of know ish how it's gonna end. So it's not about the end of it, it's about their journey of it. And then some of the things were like super on the nose, like, you know, like she got adopted by like evil stepmother, and you know, they're trying to have a twist to it, but like you see the twist right away. So it's almost like, okay, yeah, are you stupid or are you stupid? Like, come on, just come on, girl. Like but like, yes, it was so entertaining. Like, the more I talk about it, the more I'm like, you know what, I had a really good time like listening to this audiobook. I might listen to the second one because it was really fun. So yes, if you like fantasy, I really love fantasy retellings. I haven't read too much in the last couple of years, but I had a kick of them. I mean, you guys know the era of Cinder and all of that. Like, I feel like that was the era of a lot of fairy tale retellings. So I thrived in that. I really enjoyed all of the fairy tale retellings. But yes, I haven't read that many recently. That one really hit the spot. That was really fun. So I don't know if they're gonna do like different fairy tale retellings for the next ones. I hope they do. That would logically be what they would do. And I'm curious to see what it'll be. So yes, I might continue it if I need another like fun, fast-paced kind of fantasy book. And the last one is Small Joys by Elvin James Mensah. That one I gave 4 stars also. But that one, whew, that one was really good. That one, I think that's what I was reading at the same time as The Princess Chaos Monster, because there were really heavy moments in that book. So basically you follow this main character who is suicidal. He's gone through a lot of things, but mostly right now, like, I feel like what's really coming back to him is like his homophobic dad, which, by the way, trigger warning for homophobia, but like intense homophobia, and like even, I would say, even small aggression kind of homophobia. Like, sometimes it's like, it's too much. Like, you just I just wanted to protect him. I was like, oh my god, please, like, can I just get rid of that person in your life for you? And they're such flawed characters, but it's so realistic, and it's the whole point. Anyway, so I'm sorry, I don't even know how to talk about it. That was the beginning, and then when he was attempting, his dude just appeared next to him and was kind of talking to him, and like so much, like literally taking his hand and like bringing him somewhere, and like, and he was kind of connected to his group of friends somehow. So he even got like more overstepped, kind of, to like really take him away and be like, no, like, come on, we're gonna, you know, pretending like that wasn't happening, and just that he was just having a sad moment. He's like, no, why are you so sad? And like taking him away from it and like bringing him someplace else, changing his mind. And it's just, it starts this fun friendship between the two guys, where it's like the dude kind of takes it upon himself to like help the main character get out of whatever's happening, and like help him through whatever's happening. So making sure he goes out, making sure he doesn't isolate. And it's just, this book had everything, in the sense of, you have such dark moments and they're heavy and they're so real that it's like, it really touches you. But they're also accompanied by like the other side of this friend and this friend group that really loves him and like wants him to be happy and like not move on, but like, you know, keep growing and be able to like kind of, I don't know if move on is the right word, but at least do what he likes, you know, find out what he likes and like find happiness in what, like, in his life. And I just think there's not that many books that focus on friendship like that, like, and how important it can be on someone's life. It's just, did I cry? Yes, I cried. I'm remembering it, like some of the moments, and I have like tears in my eyes because it was so beautiful. Like I just, it was so beautiful. And like the friend group is so weird sometimes, and I feel like as friend groups are sometimes, and they're all like really linked, and I don't know, it was really beautiful of a book. I love the way it was written. I really like the author's writing style. I don't know if Small Joys is their debut. If it is, wow, honestly, that'd be very impressive. I don't know that it is, but that would be impressive. And I just really liked it. I'm not really sure why I give it 4 stars. I feel like the more I talk about it and think about it, it's more like a 4.5, because truly touched me. Like I'm still like welling up thinking about this book. So obviously it did its thing and it did it well. Anyways, I'm just, yes, maybe I should just go 4.5. I don't know. It doesn't matter for Goodreads because, and yes, I know, I'm sorry, I'm still on Goodreads. I've really tried twice to like change it to another platform, but not all the books switch. And then I'm like, I don't have time to go through over 2,000 books, because I have a lot of, like, I have as many want to read as I have read, which is the 2,000 something, because I've read over 1,000 books. Like, don't panic. I want to say there's a big chunk that are graphic novels and mangas, so let's rationalize it. But anyways, so whenever I do the transfer, it's just so, I get so overwhelmed by having to go through all of them to make sure the categories are right, the dates are right, that they actually transferred, and I'm like, I don't know. Maybe at my Christmas break, you know, I'm like, oh, you know what, today I will reset my whole Goodreads, transfer it completely to somewhere else, and just like make sure it's right, and then I start 2026 like on a good foot. But I don't know, honestly, it's just very overwhelming for me. just the thought of it. So the only 5-star I got was Forest of Noise, but honestly I had a lot of 4-star and 4 point something stars. So overall a very good reading month. It's just they were like really dark and like very dramatic, so it was, I felt it. The Princess Kills the Monster was to kind of balance out the whole darkness and dramaticness of it all. But I feel like I'm gonna have to do that more, because I do read a lot of dark books. It's just who I am. If I'm looking like anywhere, most of like if I were to pick any book at some point, 9 times out of 10 it's a dark or dramatic book. I love those themes. I don't know why. It's just what it is. So anyways, now we're gonna do the book haul. So these are the books that I got. I know. Okay, every month I will do this disclaimer. I know I have to stop buying books, but I won't. And like I already have a tiny book haul for this month, so it's not happening. That being said, I'm being a lot more selective with my books. And also I feel like I've only bought these 2 full price. This 3 I got at the thrift store for like, because of credit I had. So I only, you know, put my money on these 2. These are a bonus. I feel like there's like something to be said here. Anyways, let's start. There's The Poorly Made and Other Things by Sam Rebelline. I don't know, I'm in a horror kick, so this one really talked to me. I feel like this is a short story collection, if I remember it well. And yes, I'm very excited. I actually got it at Argo, the bookshop. Had like a little, yeah, it was really fun. I like their selection, so I would definitely go back. Then the other one that I got was Coffee Shop in an Alternate Universe by C.B. Lee. And that, oh no, what happened to it? Why? Oh, look at it. I don't know if you're gonna see it. It's the tiny, no, you see it. It's huge. Oh my god, I'm so sad. It's a cozy romance fantasy in a cafe. I need nothing else. And look at the purple edges. Beautiful. And this one I got at Joie de Vivre, which you guys should definitely check out. Look at this, and papers. It's so beautiful. So yes, anyways, I just right away knew I wanted to get this one. And I really don't read a lot of romance, but I'm like, you know, sapphic romance, fantasy, cozy, just everything that I love, everything that I love. I need to read, actually I might read it soon. You know, like when I said to balance the dramatic and the dark, this would definitely balance the dramatic and the dark. The next three that I got at the thrift store, I mean, look at this one. Vampires of El Norte de Isabel Cañas. How did I find this? And it's like in a really good state. Like, I'm so excited. So yes, I found this one. It's so beautiful. I can't wait to read it. And I know it's one of those things where I really need to read an Isabel Cañas because now I have 2 of her books, haven't read any of them. I'm super excited, know that I'm gonna love them, but I need to read something. I need to justify like getting more of her books, you know? Then we have Bodega Dreams by Ernesto Quiñones, and this one is fun. Look at this cover, it's so cool. So this is set in Harlem, and honestly, the title, the backstory that it's set in Harlem, like, I was already hooked. So it says, the word is out in Spanish Harlem. Willie Bodega is king. Need college tuition for your daughter? Stand-up funds for your fruit stand? Bodega can help. He gives everyone a leg up in exchange for loyalty and a steady income from the drug he pushes. Lyric, inspired, and darkly funny. I don't need anything else. Oh, it's a debut novel. That's so cool. So yes, this. I can't wait to read it. I didn't even tell you what this was about, because I don't even remember what this is about. It's vampires is in the Texas-Mexico border. Like, oh, love it right away. Love vampires. Love this. So yes, I'm gonna. This is all you're getting from it. It's pretty well-known book, so I think most people know about that one. And then the last one I got was Zombie Bake Off by Stephen Graham Jones. Now, before you judge me, because you should really. I really like Stephen Graham Jones. I think it's one of the very few male authors that I can very positively recommend. I saw him actually in New York. He was doing an event for, I think it's Buffalo Hunters, something like that. And yes, I went there. He's super cool, super chill. And yes, I love his writing. This trilogy, I forgot the name, but this trilogy, love it. So yes, when I saw that he did this silly little book about a zombie bake-off, and like I'm all into like the Canadian, like the British bake-off and the Great Canadian Bake-Off. It's my jam. This is a thing that I love to watch. So I don't see why. I don't see why I wouldn't get it. Like, honestly, and it was like, it's used and it's graded and it's like in a beautiful condition, really. So yes, I thought it would be a really funny read, and I'm sure it will be. So, got this one. Don't judge me too hard. So yes, the haul was really fast. See, I only had 5 books. I think this is very reasonable. Considering I read 6 books, you know, it's like all about balance. Granted, there's just one that I actually own, so does it count? Maybe not, because it was an ebook. Also, we're trying here. But I'm getting rid of a lot of books, and I did want to do an on-haul video, but the more I think about it, and the more I'm like, it's gonna be hell to edit, and it's not that interesting, and I think I'm not gonna do that video. I don't think I'm gonna end up doing it, which sucks because I did film the whole process, because that's, I feel like it also, like, it was for me to get accountable and like be harsher. But yes, anyway, I have like a whole bag somewhere of books that I still need to bring to the used bookshop to get credit, and with those I'll definitely get more books. I did use it at some point, some of the credit. They have vinyls too, so I got vinyls. One vinyl. But yes, it's fun. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry it's super late, but if anything, I hope you got some recommendation through this, because I really enjoyed most of those books. So definitely check them out if they sound anything like something you would like. And if there's any books from my book haul that you're like, oh my god, yes, read it ASAP because it's so good and funny and amazing, let me know. Probably, ironically, the next video you will see is my October wrap up. I am trying to do a video like a more researched video, because I'm really getting interested in Latina authors, but like in horror. So yes, it's a little thing I'm doing. I'm missing academia so much that I'm literally making myself do like a video essay. We're there. That's how much I miss school. I want to go back to school. I don't know. Maybe next year. But yes, I really miss academia and research and learning, and anyways. So yes, maybe eventually you will see that. I kind of wanted it for it to be like come out in October, but with this timing and all that's happening, and because on Halloween we're going to go out with my friend to celebrate her birthday, and my Sunday will probably be spent nursing whatever craziness happened on Saturday. Yes, I don't see it happening. I really don't see that video essay happening before Halloween, but I feel like for me anyways, it's a genre that I like to read all year long. Like, it's not just a Halloween thing. I actually don't think I read any horror this month. Did I read any horror this month? I don't even think I did. To be fair, I was watching horror movies. But yes, I don't think I read anything this month. To me, it's like a year-long obsession that's been happening now for a couple of years, that I've been loving horror movies, books. Anyways, that might be coming up. On that note, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope to post one soon again, so you get more book recommendations. But yes, I hope you have a good day, happy reading, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.
No estoy pendiente a lo que tú estás haciendo.